What's your favorite musician of all time? You have to pick one album or a musician that you just like. That is your favorite, bro. It's okay if you say Taylor Swift.
No, you know what? Honestly, I'd have
Alan,
to.
I wanna
It'd be
hear
a
you
toss-up between. There's three. There'd be Beethoven.
Wow.
There'd be Tupac, and there'd be what was the other one I was just thinking of? Beethoven, Tupac, and then there's I'm trying to think of a folk. I guess Aerosmith. Those would be the three eclectic ones. What about for you, Alan?
Injustice for All is a good album. I like that one a lot. It's fun to play along with.
Which one did you say? I'm sorry.
Injustice
Metallica.
for All.
Oh my God! Dude, you have my
Mainly 'cause
respect.
it's fun to play
I
along
saw that
with it.
live in Albuquerque Tingley Coliseum. It was one of the baddest concerts ever.
Fucking amazing.
I've
right?
seen every Metallica show here. Just so you know.
Are you able to talk about the time that 97.3 switched formats for like a minute? And then people were outraged.
Oh, dude, yeah.
They were like, no, that's our fucking station.
Yeah, there was...
And then it flipped back. And that's fucking rare. That never happens in a radio market.
Dude, there was some battles back in the day with Wild 106 and 97.3. They're like, Kiss this and Wild 10 crap. You know, like they were back and forth. They tried to switch to top 40. They 105.1. They went to a 105.1 kind of top 40 potential, and then they went back. You know, there's been moments, dude.
That's
they
nuts.
went, the DJs left and went across the street, or they came from across the street to Kiss. There was some radio battles back in the day, bro.
Are we talking like 2000, 2010?
Probably in the late 90s and the early 2000s. You know, we switched to Kiss 97.3. You're home for the most hip hop and R&B in 2003, and that's when I hopped on. So I hopped onto a whole new station, and it's been like that. We created the phrase that pays the most hip hop and R&B is My Kiss 973, but we had to change it in the last few years because we're playing reggaeton, we're playing Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
That's not hip hop and R&B, that's reggaeton. So now it's the rhythm of New Mexico. So we had it, and then the phrase, like, people say the most hip hop and R&B is My Kiss 97.3, Angels on Your Pillow, you know what I mean? Forever, I'll be with you at the court date. You know, there was all these other, days that we had, that we kept that status.
Yeah.
But before that, it was top 40. They were doing a top 40 kind of like, and Kiss has changed so many different ways, different formats.
As far as I remember, you talked about LL Cool J recently, earlier, and I think his top three songs, that at least in my mind, Mama Said Knock You Out,
yes,
Doing It Well, Doing It and Doing It and Doing It Well,
right. Yep, badass.
and then Round the Way Girl.
Yeah.
Like those to me define what LL Cool J is,
yeah.
and
They
my
call
greatest
me
songs.
Big LL, and and that's another track that you see on TikTok, and everybody's dancing to something like Phenomenon. He had other songs doing it, lounging. He had lounging,
yes.
And there was other there was so many hits. Mama Said Knock You Out. He had
anytime
potential hits. I mean, not potential hits that were badass.
And anytime I think about Round the Way Girl or Mama Said Knock You Out, I think about riding the bus in 6th grade to John Adams Middle School,
the cassette,
and that playing on the radio, and it was 97.3. And I'm like, holy shit, dude, that station and that place has been around since I've been in fucking middle school, dude.
Me and you are on the same age, I guess, because I never, ever, when I listen to the bus in Taos, and I listened to my radio, and I would press record, and I listened to hear when Eminem was going to be at Tumbleweed. Never in my mind, and all the DJs from Kiss were at that Eminem show, and they were all Kiss 97.3, and their name was DJ, all these DJs.
Chaz Malibu.
Have
you ever met Chaz Malibu?
I work with Chaz.
Is he cool?
And he's cool.
He's been around for fucking 40 years,
dude. Dude, there was a lot of dudes that have been around for a long time, like Erica Viking. You have TJ Trop, Chaz Malibu. You have, Bobby Box was one of them.
Bobby Box,
forever, dude. And you have like God rest Juan Velasco, man. That was one.
That dude was awesome.
That dude was a great dude, and I found a picture of me and him recently. I'm gonna post it and say a good story about him, man, because he was a great guy, and I really looked up to him, and he was a great soul, man. So the radio, there's been so much history to it, that's crazy. So Metallica and Justice for All.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm very impressed.
Because I'm a guitar player. It's real fun to play along
James Hetfield, man.
The whole thing.
Wow, Kirk Cameron, man, that's crazy. He's got. Was it Kirk Cameron or what am I
Kirk
saying?
Cameron, he loves Jesus. Taken. It's like, if you don't give your soul to Jesus, Metallica will rapture you.
Left Behind.
Dude, fucking, Left Behind, right? And fucking Growing Pains. That's a Growing Pains if you're left behind.
Dude, I
saw the episode of Growing Pains where they were offered cocaine in the bathroom and Boner
Growing
was gonna
Pains.
go Growing Pains.
Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, dude.
Shit. Dude, I guess I'd have to admit with you because mine, I have tried to narrow it down. My favorite rapper of all time is Notorious B.I.G.
Okay.
And to answer the question that we didn't answer, and I don't want to leave the podcast unanswered, Busta Rhymes, worst experience I've ever had.
Oh, shit.
Fucking
Talk
can't
too
stand
fast.
him. I just don't. I just don't. And it was heartbreaking because I was a huge Busta Rhymes fan. Him and Notorious B.I.G., they're both Jamaican. They had the slang. That's why they were badass. But Notorious B.I.G. is my favorite rapper of all time. And, but when it comes to albums, it would be either Bob Marley Legend, or it would be the Queen's Greatest Hits, or it would be, Michael Jackson Thriller. So those,
we listened to that. We watched Thriller last night for Halloween, dude.
You know what I mean? Yes. And those albums, you're like, God, man, you can listen to the whole damn song. Yeah. Snoop Dogg Doggy Style is another it's a contender.
Snoop Dogg Doggy
the
Style.
The whole album you can listen to.
Tupac, All Eyes on Me.
That's so if you had to pick between Beethoven, Tupac, and who was the third one?
Beethoven.
Okay.
Yeah, Beethoven all the way.
Do you listen to classical before you perform?
No, I listen to classical when I'm studying or when I'm walking.
Smart. Well, studying comedy or just studying in general?
Studying philosophy or literature.
You like all that stuff, man. I need to get more into a lot of philosophical shit, man.
I'm a dumb guy, but I like to strive for understanding that stuff. Yeah, definitely.
But that's what makes us, you know what I mean? Like, even with a word, like, you're just like, Google's the answer for everything. But, you can learn so much, like even languages. I'm like, I want to learn how to play the piano. I want to learn how to speak Italian.
Do it. You can do it.
I want to learn more about history of religions. Those are things, and there's nobody stopping you but you.
Yeah.
The internet is just freaking crazy ridiculous.
What I did
in everything that you need of information.
It's out there, right?
Wow.
At this time at our fingertips.
What do you want to do what's a dream?
Just writing, becoming a better human.
You want to write a book?
That's what it is. No, just writing, becoming more concise in what I want to talk about.
Alan?
Grow a 1,500-pound pumpkin.
Oh, nice.
And float it down
what
the river,
about you, my friend?
And float it down the river?
Right?
Beat that record, too. Float it 46 miles instead of 45.
Is that the record?
Currently.
Really?
Most of my favorite movies are piano players.
Oh, nice.
Bohemian Rhapsody, Rocket Man, Elton John, Ray Charles, what's it called? Little Richard,
Behind the Candelabra.
Billy Joel,
Liberace,
piano. I mean, piano to me is one of the hardest instruments to play.
Beethoven.
Would you agree, or would you say it's a guitar?
Piano is definitely harder.
Piano is the base
grasp
for
it.
everything. If you can learn piano, I hear everything else is a little bit.
Well, yeah, because you have to learn to read music to
translatable.
play piano, and I never learned to read music. I just learned tabs and learning by ear.
See,
So I'm not that good in that way.
he winged it.
Yeah.
Well, I love you, Alan, and I think you're amazing, and it's
All
been
right.
an amazing podcast.
Awesome.
Thank you
awesome
so much
to
for
Alan
hanging out.
and to John from Potential Problems Podcast.